During a rally over the weekend, former President Donald Trump brought a Marine on stage who said that he is the person seen in this viral video that you have probably seen, lifting a baby over the wall at the Kabul airport during evacuations in Afghanistan. The only problem here, well, maybe not the only one, but one of them. The Marine Corps says it wasn't him. Kristen Fisher is with us now. Kristen, tell us what's going on here.
Well, we have not heard from the Marine at the center of this, Lance Corporal Hunter Clark, since he appeared on stage this weekend in Georgia at that rally with former President Donald Trump. But a spokesperson for the U.S. Marine Corps told CNN yesterday that Lance Corporal Hunter Clark is not the person in that now defining image of those final days of the U.S.'s involvement in Afghanistan, that he was not the person seen lifting that baby up over the wall at the Kabul airport. But Lance Corporal Hunter Clark sure made it sound like that was him when former President Donald Trump pulled him up on stage at that rally. Listen to this.
You want to say something? Hey, my name's Lance Corporal Hunter Clark. I'm here from Warner Robins, Georgia. I am the guy that pulled the baby over the wall, and it's definitely probably one of the greatest things I've ever done in my entire life. I just want to thank all the support from all y'all. It really means a lot, and I'm glad to be home now today. Thank you.
Now, there may be other instances of U.S. troops lifting babies over the wall at Kabul airport. Of course, that was a very chaotic final few days in Afghanistan. But again, the Marine Corps says, sorry, that simply is not him. And they put out this statement. They say the Marine identified in that particular image was not Lance Corporal Clark. The 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit has initiated a command investigation regarding Lance Corporal Hunter Clark's attendance at the event last weekend to determine if any DoD policies were violated. And the official DoD Department of Defense policy is that if you are a member of the active duty military, then you are not allowed to participate in any kind of partisan political gathering. And so it would certainly appear as though Lance Corporal Hunter Clark violated that policy, but the official line from the Marine Corps right now is that they're still investigating.
Yeah, you know, anyone who's military connected will look at that moment and say, oh, that is a big no-no. And members of the military know that. It's why there were members of the military who participated in that video during the Democratic National Convention. I mean, in the end, I think those guardsmen did not get in trouble for what they did, but there were a lot of folks, observers, who thought maybe they should have, that they shouldn't have been where they were. This is pretty clear. This is like 101 stuff for members of the military. Yeah. You don't actively participate in partisan activities.
Actively participate and actually walk up on stage. And then if you go by the word of that U.S. Marine Corps spokesperson, say something that was not factually true. And CNN tried to reach out to him. We were not able to make contact directly with Lance Corporal Hunter Clark, but we were able to get in contact with his mother. And she said, Peggy Clark told CNN that he is simply not going to comment on that at this time. So clearly he probably knows at this point in time that he's in quite a bit of hot water.
Yeah, I would say. Kristen, thank you for the report. Kristen Fisher.